Obama's Secretary of State, she and the Secretary of Defense, Bob Gates, are prohibited from engaging in electoral politics. We try to keep national security and the national interest above partisan politics. And so nobody else was there in our family to honor their contribution. This has become something far bigger than me. And I've been up helping people. I don't give a rip who they were for before anything else. I think they're good for the country. And I think that there's been, in this whole election, too much majoring in the minors instead of majoring in the majors.
Yes.
And so I just want to talk to you about the facts today. And why I think that Frank Caprio is the best candidate for governor. I love this state. You've been good to me, and I try to be good for you. And I have seen you suffer. You got the 4th highest unemployment rate in the country. Why are we being distracted by stories that don't have anything to do with your lives, your children's future, and how you're going to live? That's what I want to talk to you about. And let me remind you, before I was president, I was a governor for 12 years. In the 1980s, in the middle of the country, when I was a governor, whether you believe it or not, the unemployment rate and the horrible economic prospects were almost as bad in that section of America as they are in the country as a whole. I had several counties in the eastern part of my state where the unemployment rate was higher than it is in Rhode Island. We saw agriculture wrecked. We saw manufacturing wrecked. And I set about rebuilding my state. When I came here running for president in 1992, we were first in the country in job growth. We had one of only 2 pension funds that were properly funded, and we had just been cited by a national expert as one of the 2 states with the most improved schools in the country. So I understand that the shape and speed with which Rhode Island emerges from this terrible crisis will be determined in no small measure, whatever happens in the congressional elections on Tuesday, by who your governor is. You got a lot riding on this election. So let's just run through the deal here. What do you need in a governor? You need somebody, first of all, that will build you a 21st century economy with jobs that allow people to have a middle-class life, to raise their children, to earn a decent income, and to keep growing the economy. To get it, you need to be able to educate and train people to do the jobs. You need to be able to have a healthcare system that people can afford. One of the reasons that we've been through so many years since I left office where people weren't getting pay increases is that the employers were paying all their money in healthcare premiums, and they didn't have any money to give them a pay raise. You need a lean, efficient government with a low and competitive tax structure to get new investment here. Now that's what you need. So you got a day and a half, 2 days to go out and talk to people that you will see to discuss these issues. And I actually have studied what Frank has advocated, what his opponents have advocated. And I think the choices are pretty clear. First of all, he's the only person with a really comprehensive theory of the case, how to get Rhode Island back. You have 70,000 unemployed people and 30,000 small businesses. That includes some manufacturers too. If every small business hires 1 person, you cut your unemployment rate in half and you're back on the way to the future. He's the only person with a strategy for doing that. I can't figure out why the Tea Party hadn't endorsed him. No, really. They've all been out of shape about the bailout, aren't we?
Tea Party's a patriot, that's why.
And they say they want low taxes and less government. He's the only person who's actually cut his budget, and part of the cuts, 25% he cut his budget. As treasurer, he saved $15 million not paying money to the big investment banks that caused the crisis, and a year and a half before the crisis occurred, he sold $1 billion of these securitized home mortgages that were subprime. He knew it was a bad investment. He got rid of them. Your pension fund outperformed Harvard's because of him. That alone is what I'm talking about for the election. There is nobody else who can say that. Now, those are facts. Those are facts. Those are not political things. They are facts. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. That doesn't have anything to do with these people's lives, but if you let me talk, then if they want to stay and listen to you, they can. How's that? Don't be distracted. That's what's the matter with this election now. Let's get back to the facts.
Let's get back to the facts that you're a murderer, Bill Clinton. You killed 110 Davidians and you staged Oklahoma City. You're a murderer. You're a fraud. You're a corporate fraud. You staged 9/11. My First Amendment. 9/11 was an inside job. Being escorted out, my First Amendment. Caprio's a fraud. Caprio's a criminal. Bill Clinton staged Oklahoma City. It's my First Amendment, gentlemen. You cannot.
You don't have one here.
It's ours to so this is New World Order property because of Bill Clinton staged Oklahoma City.
Don't come back, Tom.
Don't come back. Bill Clinton's a fraud. So is it Caprio. Back off my First Amendment, all of you. Bill Clinton staged Oklahoma City, killed 110 Davidians. Get that on video?
You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
You could barely see it because it's dark.
Yeah, I know. That's all.
He said the same thing, Bill Clinton, the same exact thing as he said at the other one. When I get my kids done, everybody's wait till the applause went down and.
Yeah. All right. We can wait and then talk to people on the way out, I guess.
So we get thrown out on the First Amendment. The Caprio's a fraud. Caprio's a fraud. What do you think about that? He's being supported by a murderer. So First Amendment, so everybody could screw off, basically. Jason, you get that?
So that's what we had to find out about.
Nathan from We Are Change. You have the cops in?
You know, they're real quick.
All right, I'll call you back.
Anyway.
Thanks. See, when we were getting thrown out, I said it was my First Amendment. I said it was my First Amendment of the Constitution. I was told not in here. Because this ain't American property. This is New World Order property while Bill Clinton's here. Wait till these criminals come out.
Might be a while.